All right, I got another attempting a through hike here. We're at the river's end at the NOC. Not going to keep him long, but I'm going to ask him his trail name and anything else he'll tell me.
Oh man, so hi, my name's Judge. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. So the rain that we just had was pretty cute, but I know I'm going to curse those words when Mama AT hears about them. But we got some trail magic coming to us today. Got a house to go to, and I'm super fortunate and blessed. Let's see, I have a YouTube channel, Jack Climbs Things. It's I'm just trying to update my progress every couple days or so. So if you like what I do or just want to follow along, consider subscribing.
How did you get the name Judge?
So I was on a section hike 2 years ago, and I told some fine fellows that were through hiking I want to be an attorney, and they're just like, well, attorney's too long of a name to give you, so how about Judge? So that's what stuck. So
are you out of college?
I graduated 2 years ago. I'm going to law school this coming fall, so I'm trying to finish the AT by July, hopefully.
Wow.
So,
how many days are you doing? I mean, how many miles are you doing a day right here?
Currently about 8 to 10, but I'm going to start stepping it up. You got to give your attendance time to adjust.
You're
Otherwise,
very smart.
It's just injuries all over. So, but I'm meeting my family in 2 days up at Fontana, and I'm super happy and looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, and give us your channel again. Make sure.
My channel is Jack Climbs Things.
Okay. Go look him up on YouTube. And do you get to put up every week or so, Jack? Or?
About every week or so. I'm aiming for every 4 or 5 days, but it's really just whenever I get to a town or someplace with some good Wi-Fi. All
right. Well, I would keep you. I'd have 1,000 questions for you, but this is not the time to do it. Y'all just come down into the knock and y'all getting ready to go. We'll be looking for you up the trail, Jack, and
awesome.
Be looking to see how well it is. Answer one question for me. If you had one piece of advice that somebody's going to do this next year, what would it be for them?
Go slow and give yourself time to stretch. And don't be afraid of taking 5-minute breaks. You're going to be doing this every single day, days on end. Hard workouts. You need to give yourself rest days. Take a lot of zeros and take them early. You can take less zeros later, but take a lot of. Don't be afraid of taking zeros early. That's what I would say.
Okay, thank you, Judge, and God bless every step between here and Katahdin.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, we've got another person attempting a through hike this year, and we're at Stokoa. In fact, behind me is Kleeman's Dome somewhere. She's going to hike that way. She'll be there, not today, but she'll be that way tomorrow, going that way tomorrow. Give us your name or anything about you, and your trail name or anything.
Okay, so my name is Yvette, and my trail name is DETOUR. I do have a YouTube channel, Radiate Joy. I live outside of Atlanta in Athens, Georgia, and I've wanted to hike the trail for a while and finally getting a chance to do it.
DETOUR. How'd you get that name?
So
let's get this truck out. This is a busy area, so we'll have to put up with the traffic, but go ahead, tell me about DETOUR.
So when you hike the trail, when you come out of Winding Stair Gap, you come up to a junction where you could go on up to Silerbald, and I went ahead and did that detour up to Silerbald, and there were some people up there, and we were chatting, and they asked if I had a trail name yet, and I said no, and they said, well, that was quite a detour, maybe you should be DETOUR.
And you accepted it.
And I accepted it.
So you're DETOUR today.
So I am DETOUR.
And you're, again, tell them what your YouTube channel, real slow.
It is Radiate Joy.
Okay.
And it's pretty basic. I'm just using my iPhone 8.
How often are you able to get a video up, Radiate?
It really varies depending on where I'm at.
Okay.
So I've got a couple that are stacked up to release in a few, like over the next week. Okay. But I'm going to try to get some uploaded at Fontana. And
you came out right here where we're standing yesterday. What time did you get here and Lonnie came and picked you up?
About 5:30.
About 5:30. And
yeah, and Lonnie's great.
Yeah.
Staying at Wolf Creek Hostel is amazing.
And we didn't know she was there. We were in the other part of the hostel on a trailer, come back from the NOC helping some people, and he told me, so yeah, we got a hiker over there. In fact, I think some of the hikers told us that saw you yesterday as they were going to the knot. They told us you were coming here. Right. So we come up here to meet you last night, the wife and I believe and offered you a slack packing experiment today, or not experiment, but, and you said, oh yeah, I think I'll take you up on that.
Absolutely.
And so everything's fell into place for us, and looking forward to getting your pack down there and getting you down there, and then hopefully see you on the trail again sometime.
Yeah, that would be great, and I'm so appreciative of this. I really am.
And do you want to say anything, hello to anybody out there before we that you go.
Oh, hello, Phil and Kate and Alex. I miss you guys. Thank you for letting me do this.
God bless every step between here and Katahdin, and have a great day, Detour.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, we got a pretty view. Even though it's cloudy, it's a pretty view. Big mountains in the back. We're at Fontana Lodge. It's Monday. I don't even know what date it is. 11th maybe?
The 11th.
The 11th, okay. Got two more hikers here. We've been around them a little while. We saw them earlier on in the trail and down at mile 31, Neal's Gap, I believe, and then we've run into them recently, so we've been with them the last couple of days, and we're going to get their names and trail names and stuff and let them tell us how their hike is going.
Well, my name is Boov Myers, but I go by Bluegrass out here on the trail. And this is my wife, Sunshine.
Sunshine, how did you get your name?
I guess I have a bright demeanor and I remain positive even when there's a lot of suck in the current moment. So.
And who gave you the name and when was that?
Our good friend Halo. We have been hiking with him since day one and our paces are very compatible, so we've had the pleasure of hiking with him almost every day since we started. He named me on day 2.
Okay.
We woke up and it was freezing rain and I said something like, at least we didn't have to sleep with our filters last night, and he was like, you're just a ray of sunshine. And after that, it just stuck.
Bluegrass, tell us about your trail name.
My trail name Bluegrass comes partially. I wear some very small Daisy Duke Commonwealth and Kentucky running shorts on the trail.
Okay.
Which are bright blue. Also.
Which are bright blue because it's a bluegrass state. But I'm also a luthier back home who builds and repairs string instruments, and I specialize in bluegrass instruments, building and fixing them.
And we're from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And he's also hiking with a corncob pipe in his pack, which is
really living up to the stereotypes.
Yeah, I think I believe's got a pipe at home. She's going to try to get you a hiker left with us or something.
Yeah,
that we're going to try. I forgot about that. Now, yeah, I know a little bit about you because we've been around you a couple of days. Y'all quit your jobs.
Yeah.
We did.
Tell me about that.
We are homeless. We are jobless. Our car is hundreds of miles away. We have somebody watching our cat. I mean, we basically worked out the logistics.
Yep.
This is our life now.
Okay.
So.
I quit my job just outright to come out here and do this. She's taking more of a sabbatical for the most part.
So you'll go back to yours, exactly what you were doing?
Yeah, the nature of my job, I work for a small company and I'm a speech therapist, and so I just kind of build up a caseload and I can diminish it down to nothing if I need to. And the company I work with, they're very, we're a family, and so when I told them about this bucket list item to do the AT, they were very supportive, and I just dissolved my caseload among other therapists, and when I get back, I'll build it back up again, so.
And Bluegrass, will you change professions, or you just stay in the field you're in, or what?
Well, I'll probably, before I met Sunshine, before we got married, I made a living as a luthier, repairing instruments. So when we get back, I'll probably give that a go back in Louisville. You know, start up my own business again. Is what I think I'd like to do.
Y'all kind of talked to us a little bit about you may have a change of life plans after this. I mean, you were talking about maybe traveling, who knows?
Yeah, we try not to make too many plans. Most of it is just speculation right
speculation.
now, but, you know, we're really leaving it open. I'm naturally like a planner, like a high-strung kind of guy, so I'm trying to chill out and not make any plans out here. So by the time we're done, maybe we'll live in Maine or New Hampshire or somewhere close to the trail. Maybe we'll live out of a van. I don't know.
Okay.
We had a lot of people asking us, like, what's your life going to look like afterwards? And our short answer to that is, I don't think you can walk 2,200 miles and be the same person at the end of it. So we both just, as a unit, decided let's not overplan this, because we can't know. Like, you don't know what you're going to want to eat next week, and you don't know what you're going to want out of life after Katahdin. So, but we do find ourselves falling more in love with the trail community out here, and we have tossed around the idea of, like, man, when we're not through hikers, can we be trail angels? Because it's just like the generosity and the teamwork among the people out here is so life-giving and refreshing that we would love to stay connected and be a part of it however we can. Because, you know, once you're not hiking, then what? Like, do you hike it again? Do you give back to, you know?
We'll just go south. We'll get to the end and we'll just
there you go. Start flip-flop, what they call yo-yo. Now, all y'all's gears work pretty good? Your gear?
Mine has worked pretty good so far. Sunshine has had several unfortunate problems.
Okay,
At
but
the
you
moment.
got them all pretty much solved now, you feel?
Yeah, the main thing was my shoes.
Okay.
My word of caution is if you have some shoes that some famous thru hikers have posted rave reviews about on YouTube, don't assume that they will work for you. Test them out first.
Good advice. Good
just
advice.
because something worked for somebody else, like every foot is different, every body's different, hiking styles, everything.
Yeah.
I thought that some shoes would be great for me, and they just weren't, and that's okay. But I'm in the right shoes now. I'm still hobbling at night and in the morning, but I'm hiking. I'm getting it done. Feeling better.
What luxury item that would you miss that you could have at any time on the trail from home? Like a king-size bed every night, or
Can I say
rocking chair, or toilet, or
I think, I don't mind the privies. I don't mind the cat holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind my sleeping pad.
okay,
I think it's just having 4 walls. Like we really like sleeping in shelters.
Yeah.
But if I could just get out of the cold, for me the cold is what will really.
so a heater. If you had a heater with you every night,
just to be out of the elements.
long
but-
extension cord.
Yes.
Yeah,
From here.
that works good. But I miss my bed. We had
Okay.
a
We have a
nice
nice
mattress back home, and I'm not a sleeping pad person. I was hammocks before this, and a
Yeah.
sleeping pad just messes with my shoulders. But I'm
Okay.
getting used to it. My body will adapt.
Oh yeah, you will.
So
I'm almost like not even allowing myself to think about that. Like I had to really think when you asked that because I'm like, well, I just put those luxuries out of my mind.
Yeah, you're pretty satisfied with what you got, and
Yeah.
and glad you've got them. The other night we were at the restaurant. I'm not sure if y'all got involved in our little question and answer about what you could eat or what would you want if a helicopter could drop it at your first night into the Smokies, that you could have a helicopter drop of anything in the world that you wanted to eat. I wonder what that might be.
first night in the Smokies, man, I would like fresh homemade chocolate chip cookies. That's what I would take because they're warm.
Okay.
And just like slightly undercooked chocolate chip cookies where you break it apart. They don't hold their shape terribly well. So you're like.
You're describing them well. I'm getting hungry.
I know.
And you can't hold it, so you gotta force it.
I know the kind.
Yeah,
I know
that's
the
what
kind.
I would go for.
Sunshine, how about you?
I'm not a big sweet tooth. I always
Oh
crave,
no, it can be anything. The meal, I was thinking more of a
Yeah.
meal.
I
It is a
crave
meal.
melted cheese when
Melted?
I'm hiking. I want if I want a cheeseburger, I want a lot of just stringy, melty cheese, or I want a pizza with just cheese on cheese on cheese. For some reason, apparently there's not enough fat in my diet or something.
Okay, well, if somebody's watching, and of course I know we won't get the interview up in time, but they're going right up that mountain tomorrow, going toward the Smokies, so just get a helicopter and drop those items down and they'll pick them up in the woods somewhere if a bear doesn't get
But
them
we
first.
would also take that extension cord too.
Yes, I hear you.
If anyone wants to run, 6 or 7 miles.
Miles
You're
up the
right.
hill. What's been the best experience so far, guys?
Well, in a broad spectrum, like I said, the people on the trail.
Amazing.
I have a tendency to be a little cynical, so I've really been warmed from the inside by the generosity of the people. Literally everyone has been so nice. I haven't met anyone that
Yeah.
isn't caring and smiling and willing to offer you something if you need it.
Yeah.
Here's some extra coffee. Here's some water.
Yeah.
Here's a meal, a ride. It has blown my mind.
That's good. That's cool. And that is the uniform answer I get most all the time.
This is just kind of how life ought to be,
Oh, that's good.
facing fears, accomplishing things, realizing how strong you are, seeing the good in people, giving and receiving. We're all out here suffering the same things.
Yep.
We have the same goal, and it just really brings you together. So
Now,
it's been amazing.
do y'all have any social media that you're doing that somebody, if they wanted to kind of keep up with you?
Yes.
Okay.
We're not big social media people, but we do have an Instagram.
Okay, you want to share that?
Yeah, it's all one word, Myers on the Trail, and Myers is spelled Meyers.
Okay.
Myers on the Trail. So.
Okay, guys, so go check them out and try to keep up with them and cheer them on all the way to Katahdin. God bless every step between here and Katahdin. And do you want to say hello to anybody before we let you go?
Just a hi to our friends and family back home in Kentucky and Indiana. So
Shout out to my boo, Destiny. I know she's checking her GPS like 5 times a day. And our 16-pound cat, I miss you.
Okay. Well, that highest peak up there, guys, I know y'all going over that one and a couple of other ones. And I know you'll have a great hike, and I can't wait to see your summit picture on Katahdin.
Yeah.
So
you
God
so
bless
much.
y'all for what you've accomplished so far, and the words that you've shared with the other hikers that are coming behind you of what they can expect.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys.
thank you.
Thank you.